everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Spit Talk podcast. My name is Jan.
My name is Aaron.
And I'm Kyle.
Okay. Wait, did you guys hear the song? I don't know if you heard it.
No,
No, we heard the song.
I've
Okay,
heard
perfect.
it. I'm so used to seeing
For those
the...
for those listening, we kind of switched over to a new
Yeah, we're
platform
trying other things
for recording. We're just trying
I mean,
things.
we didn't have to.
see what
yeah,
works out.
I'm used to seeing the video. That's why.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right. I took it out because I was like, oh, we don't need it. We're not really doing it
Oh.
live or anything.
Do you have the clapping still?
Of course, bro.
Can you still
Fuck
clap?
yeah, of course. Look at this shit.
Are we syncing? Are we synchronizing
Alright,
our
there we
on the
go.
GTC
Huh?
time? Everyone has to go on the website and clap at the when we used to
Man,
time
shut up.
everything.
Like we used to. God, like everything was so much harder back. It's like our lives got a little easier each time we switched to a new thing. I feel like right now
bit.
we're kind of at a we're going back a little bit to our older ways just because we were trying to up the quality a little bit. So I'm hoping it's a little better. But anyways, how's everything? How's everybody? Everyone good?
Good.
I know
Sorry, it's gonna 21 days.
it has been 21
without
days.
power.
I know.
Yeah.
So
Aaron,
Or for
Aaron.
me.
for those who've
Oh.
been living under a rock, Guam was hit by a typhoon, so a lot of people were affected. Some people didn't have power. I mean, some people don't have power till now. I mean, Aaron
Yeah.
luckily got
Yeah.
some soon, and that was like the first thing he fucking said. It was like, "Hey, I'm ready. Let's record." I'm like, "What the fuck? You don't want to do other things?" But I get it.
No.
No,
I
yeah,
figured.
yeah. I was surprised
guess,
when I was surprised. He's like, "I'm ready to record." I was like,
All right.
hold on, that was the first thought you thought of was like when you got powers, like I need to watch Spider Man right away.
Oh yeah, dude.
No, Spider-Man was out, but I meant like I was able to, like at least people on Guam are trying to get any means here, like gas,
Oh, no,
water,
yeah.
like so, like I wasn't worried about that.
Yeah.
but like power, that's like I'm like, oh cool, now that's it's in my house. Like we could have recorded, like I could have been in someone else's house recording and doing this, but there's something about like just doing it at comfort of your own home. That was the only reason. Like I could have gone more without power, but I'm just saying like, oh, since I have power, let's just record, kind of thing. Not that I'm saying this is my priority. Like Spit
No,
Talk's
it is your
priority, but,
priority.
like,
That's the thing. I was kidding. No, but I guess the reason he's so excited is because today, and yeah, we're a little late. I don't remember when did this come out? Like a week ago? I almost said a year. A week ago, maybe.
a week ago. About
Yeah.
yeah.
Should be a week
Yeah,
ago.
because like
week ago.
Transformers already came out. I didn't get to watch that.
2 weeks
Unfortunately.
then.
It has been 2 weeks. Yeah, just about almost three
Yeah.
because the Flash is already coming out tomorrow here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh yeah, about 2 weeks then. Yeah.
yeah, like wait, so one of us did watch Transformers. Did you want to give a little bit of a thing?
Oh yeah, so I got to watch Transformers. Transformers is a great movie, or it's a good
I
movie.
wouldn't say great.
You should go watch
Don't
it.
say
No,
great.
yeah, that's right. That's right. It's a good movie. Go watch it. I mean, if it's a basic Transformers blueprint, but just pretty interesting and kind of. It's not a bad movie by all means.
Wait,
By
Aaron,
any
you watched
means.
it too?
I did,
Oh, okay.
but we don't have to talk about it. It's
Okay.
just like,
It's not like we don't want to talk about it. It's like it's like what? It's like the seventh.
I have not.
sixth-
I
Oh
lost
no,
count.
sorry.
No. I'm okay
Uh,
watching the first three, like the first three Michael Bay's.
The OG
Honestly,
cast?
I'll just watch
Yeah,
1
like,
and 3. That's the good ones for me.
Yeah, those were pretty like
Bumblebee's
yeah,
pretty good.
those are solid
Bumblebee was pretty
movies.
good actually. Right? Am I the only one that thought that?
I
Oh,
thought it
wait,
was okay.
Aaron.
But I wouldn't say
one
this
question,
movie helped
Aaron.
it out. This movie didn't help it out.
Yeah,
One question though. What do you think about the end credit?
It was okay.
Oh, okay. I was just kind of baffled. I was like, wait, what? Like, what are they doing? I was like, I guess.
Wait, so are they crossing over with
Man.
Fast 10 or finally?
Yeah, you just gotta
No.
watch, bro.
Is that the crossover you wanted?
Because that would
oddly
make
enough?
a lot more sense for all the shit that happens in the Fast saga. Did you watch Fast 10, by the way? Like, I never.
I did
You
not.
did not. Okay. Aaron, like,
No.
which one would you prefer? Like, if someone had the balls to not watch Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse for some weird reason, like, which one would you rather watch again? Fast 10 or Transformers?
That's a good question.
Mm, Fuck. I'll go. I'll go. Transformers only because it had a
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
reboot. It's a reboot stage. Fast 10. There's a lot of like I think we
Okay.
kind of touched up on it. It's
How,
like a
but
very
like, how do you?
reunion thing.
Mm.
Hey, let me finish first. Reunion. It's a reunion thing. That's why So like, there's so many things attached to it. So let me finish my train of thought, man.
We're
Okay,
just
you
trying
can
to.
talk now.
I'm doing this because I'm gonna have no voice time when you get into the real topic, and it's all just
What
gonna
are
be
you talking
you.
about, dude?
So
No,
no, I know. I'm just. Anyways,
no, you'll have your time to shine.
yeah, y'all just gonna berate me for what I said for some
Yeah,
reason.
Yeah,
fuck
that's your
yeah, we
time to
are.
shine.
That's the one time. The
we
one
need
time.
we need an
We do
explanation.
want that explanation, and frankly, I'm gonna mark that clip too, because I want that all over. I want everyone to hear about it, because it sounds like you have a pretty big theory on why you thought that way. But
It's not. It was just a theory. It was a wild theory.
um, anyway,
So
so yeah, if you
we'll
can't
get
already
to it when
tell,
we get to it.
we're talking about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse today. We might, I think we'll just go full on because I mean, 2 weeks.
It's
It's
been
been
out.
out. You
Yeah, it's
people.
been out. It's
Oh,
still the talk
before
of the town.
I wanted to ask. So did you see, like, after you watched it, they put out the date for the second one already? Did you
The third
notice
one, yeah.
Oh, I
when
did
they
not
did that?
notice that. I did
Okay,
not
and
notice
then did
that.
you see how they changed it again? But then when they changed it, it was like way later.
Did they?
Yeah, so apparently, like, because it was supposed to come out like March of next year. We're like, oh shit, that's really fast, right? Like, maybe like less than a year turnover. And then I was like, oh, I guess they've been like shooting the next one already because of like how the story left off. But
Mm-hmm.
then they moved the date back, and it's like 2025 now. And I was like, oh man.
Is
Oh,
it
So
really?
2025?
2025.
yeah,
I
yeah,
saw the
yeah.
2024 one only.
No, yeah. So
Unless they
I
moved
think
it
it's
again.
2020. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they moved it again, so it's gonna be like another year and a half. So, but anyways, moving on. What do you guys think of the movie?
Aaron, you could start because I
Oh,
know
okay. Because I was waiting for you. I was like, what's Jan gonna
because I know
say?
you've been more excited, or I think you two, like, you guys were excited about it. I totally forgot this was even coming out until it did.
Shake my head.
Wow, really?
Shake my
Until
head.
it No, it's not.
Really?
It's not that I'm not excited. Obviously, I'm excited. I mean, I fucking loved the first one. I mean, we talked to
Yeah.
death about that first one. And I remember there was a fucking stint where we talked about Spider Man for a good 3 months, guys, beyond the Spider Verse, and then all of a sudden, like, fucking, like, the No Way Home stuff started coming out, and we started talking about Spider Man again.
It was like right after.
So it was a bunch of
Yeah.
Mm.
Spider Man infested months.
Yeah.
So I totally forgot it was coming out this year, or not this year. Sorry, like this month. I thought we still had a couple months before it came out. So when it did come out
Mm.
the week of, obviously I was very excited. But you guys were already anticipating this before any of that. So you guys feel like you could, it'd be more
Hmm.
appropriate that you start off.
Yeah, so just to build off of that, like I remember going back to watching the first one. Um, we were already pretty hyped, like, and this was like the first clip we saw was like after the Venom movie, right? And like I was like, wow, this scene was pretty like legit. Like I prefer watching this over the entire Venom movie, right? Then I was like, when the movie did come out, it kind of gave me like how you gave me the John Wick experience, where like it was like no one was gonna pay attention to this movie because it was like, oh, it's just a Spider-Man but not Peter Parker Spider-Man. But it blew, I think it blew my mind, and I'm pretty sure it blew other people's mind. Then when this one came out, in my head I was like, oh, I wonder if it's gonna top the first one, because the first one was really good. But for sure this one like totally topped the first one, in my
Mm.
opinion. So that's my opening remarks for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So when I watched it, like, yeah, I got to watch. I like rewatched the first one again, right? And be like, okay, like, this is the flow of this one, and then you go into this one, and you'll be like, ah, same flow. But I was like, this was just way done better. Like, story wise and progression wise, it was, and like they did. You know how, like, there's normally, like, I think like the first 30 minutes like kind of slow, but then as soon as, like, after the 30 minutes, everything just like ramps up.
Mm-hmm.
So but yeah, initially, like, yeah, it's great. It's a really fun watch. Animation, especially, like, the focus of the thing is like the animation and all the little gems that it has. It's up there. It's a great movie. So
Yeah, it was
what
really
did you
good.
think, Jan?
I honestly, I think like out of all the Spider-Man that we've had, um, this is kind of getting up there. Like now that we've obviously had a couple more weeks to think about it, we're not just having like recency bias or anything. This is pretty up, like pretty high up in terms of the best Spider-Man movies. Um,
Do we have enough
Yeah,
Spider-Mans to make a tier list?
I
I
I don't
think
know.
we do.
Probably we do.
Oh.
But
You have at least
yeah,
10.
but this would be pretty high up. And the scary, not the scary thing, but like the crazy thing is, this isn't even done by Marvel Studios, who everyone's been like, just give Spider-Man rights back to Marvel. But dude, Sony's
Yeah.
been pulling out these fucking bangers. I mean, like, yeah, you didn't like Venom, sure, but we have Spider Verse, like two Spider Verse movies. That's pretty high up there in terms of the best. And they did Spider-Man 2, which is like probably arguably the best one too. So this is why I want them to stay with Sony. I don't want them to ever go back to Marvel. Yeah, they could do the collaboration between them a lot, and Tom Holland's been good, but we would never get gems like this if it wasn't for that. And I'm pretty grateful for that. I thought this was really great. The one thing that I did think was weird was like in the beginning, like it was kind of, I don't know if it was my theater or what, but it was kind of fucking low, like the volume.
No, that was the
Was that the
same.
only
Yeah.
one?
No,
I
did you
felt the
not
same way
see that?
too.
Yeah,
Did you not see that? Like I think Apple after like a couple, like I think after a week they re-released it
exactly.
with
Yeah,
better
they
audio
they sent it
to
back. So
theaters.
Interesting.
I guess they knew about that.
Whoa.
I thought it was my theater at first, and then someone said like no, they went back and put up a, like,
They like
yeah, they
remixed it.
remixed that first part, because I thought I was like, fuck, the front speakers aren't, I can't hear Gwen, I can't hear shit, dude.
Yeah, I was on the same wavelength.
Yeah,
Yeah, on
that
that
was my
part.
one gripe. But then after that, like, and apart from some fucking teenagers behind me being all ugly and whack and whatever, but apart from that, it was a really enjoyable
Whoa.
experience. I feel like that two, what is it, like 2 hours 20 30 minutes literally flew by. Like
Mhm.
it had a really good pace to it, like even like just the time before that, when it was just like Miles doing his thing and Spot coming into the play, because everything kind of had a hand into the overall story. Like I thought in the trailers, I thought Spot was just some random dude that he was gonna face or whatever. I didn't know he was gonna be the main guy, going forward, that the main villain, um
He's OP,
Yeah.
man.
for the Spider-Man, for this Miles Spider-Man at least. Like I thought he was just like a one-off in the trailer. But the fact that they made it
Hmm.
work, the fact that they tied that into stuff that we've seen, like the bagel thing, um, it was really cool. So yeah,
Yeah. So like I like going back to the first part. Yeah, it was weird because I honestly didn't like the first part, like the whole Gwen story before the credits, or like the intro came in with the story. I was like, okay, finally, like let's get into Miles story, like F this Gwen story thing, right? Because it was pretty
What?
long,
F
right?
this
It was like
Gwen
a good
story,
like
bro.
10 minutes. No,
Spider
real
Gwen
though. That no,
Spider Gwen
that
hater
was
over
me.
here.
That was me in the beginning. No, but when Jan texted me that one line that she said, like, I'll create my own band kind of thing, it kind of wrapped up her story really good. Cuz like even though she was kind of like it was Miles' story, but it was also Gwen's story in this one more, which you do see throughout. But like I guess the first part, for some reason, when I initially watched it, I didn't really care for it. But at the end, it made a big difference. I was like, oh damn, this is like how this is badass. Like Gwen, this is like Gwen's moment to shine,
Yep.
and she did shine throughout the movie. But she's like super shined, I guess. Like at the way end when she said that line. So like I really like how everyone's character, everyone's story was playing throughout, and that's why I like the first one, and this one did it very well again, of like just telling everyone's story and knowing who they are.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I liked how they like cared about these characters, and like what they want in their own universe and stuff, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, it wrapped up their arc. I mean, it's not just Gwen. Literally, that line about starting a band.
Yeah, everyone.
That's
Yeah.
that's pretty much the theme for their arcs for both of them, and I think like a lot of the characters in there where they're saying like, you know what, nah, dude, I'm gonna do my own thing. It's literally the same exact thing for Miles. Um, I don't know how that's gonna turn out though for part three. Like, is he gonna save his father? We don't know. That's the crazy thing about it is like now we're set up to fucking try to figure out what's gonna happen. Like, and I feel like obviously, I feel like he might let his dad. I don't know, man. I mean, the fact that they explain the canon events as like this one stop thing that has to happen every single time. It's a really interesting take. It's the same thing that they did with like what was that Doctor? You remember that Doctor Strange episode in What If, the What If one, where like every single time he tried
Oh, like
stopping.
yeah, the girlfriend
Yeah,
dies. Yeah, the
It's like
girlfriend
the
tends
results
to
are
die.
always gonna stay the
yeah,
same. It's
Yeah,
just a different
like it always
variation
just
of it.
has to happen, or else
Yeah.
the universe will just kind of go to shit. And it's kind of basically the same thing here. And I thought that was really cool, where they acknowledge the overall world, even of the MCU, without even being in the MCU. So that was really cool. Especially even like Donald Glover being in it, um, as uh, what the fuck is his name, the Prowler. Yeah,
Prowler.
which is
Yeah.
it was really cool. Yeah.
How about you, Kyle? You got anything else? I can talk. I can talk more, but
Oh no,
I wanted I
let
wanted
me
to
see.
build off of you.
No, yeah. Let's see. What can I mean, hmm, I think it's been a while.
How
So,
How many
yeah?
times
How
have
many
you
times
watched
did you
it?
watch it?
what? Yeah,
Just the once, right?
the one when it came out
Just the
premiere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one?
even
premiere.
me,
Okay.
just the one
Yeah, just the
time.
one. So I do want to watch it again though,
Yeah.
like and actually like sit through it. But like with what you guys said, yeah, like it's more so how well they were intertwining the Spider-Man story across like all of these different characters of Spider-Man. So it was a definitely like nice blend of like different aspects of like, well, there's too much Spider-Mans and blah blah blah, and then boom, it's like, well, this always has to happen. And it's like, okay, that makes sense. And then having Spot as the villain, I think I read a tweet somewhere where it was like, oh, like they really were trying to figure out like how to make Spot like they didn't want Spot to be a villain because of like how weak he was. Like I think in the comics it's like super different. But then they
Mm.
kind of like took it and be like, he's actually like really powerful. So like they're shifting the direction to be like, okay, he'll be the little main villain. Um yeah, but honestly, like though, like the animations and just the aside from the low sound, like I mean soundtrack wise, pretty spot on. Like
Mm.
super fun to watch. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was telling Aaron,
Oh
yeah,
my
like
gosh.
did you hear about the Lego scene one?
Yeah, it was
the
made by
kid.
a
Yeah.
kid, a
Yeah, and I was like, whoa, that
14-year-old
was like
kid.
that's so cool. I was like, hell yeah. So um yes, I mean
Yeah.
Sony taking it to this direction and just kind of like the creative fire like throughout this whole movie is what makes it on top of like Spider-Man's like just story in general, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like this movie and the one prior to it. There's always not just the movie itself, but the work behind it is always interesting to me. Like, you know how like they changed, like the first one changed animation, like they went backwards and like, oh, we just made it like we did this and this, and that's why it looks
Yeah.
like this. And you see it in this one, right? And I guess my take for that, like I think they oversaturated it a little bit on this one. They like had a little fun
Mm.
on it, which is fine,
Yeah.
right? But like what you said, the Lego story, or like even Hobie, whatever his name is, Spider Punk Hobie Brown, I think, or whatever
Yeah.
his name. But yeah, like his character, like that took I read an article or read something that like that took like 3 years for his animation to look like that. So I was like, dang man, like all the behind the scenes of this movie makes it more like makes the
You
movie more
appreciate it
better.
more.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
appreciate it
Yeah.
more just because of like all the hard work put into it and the little details and like having like fans do what they want to do just to be a part of this movie is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
definitely. I was telling Aaron too about the score, that last piece of music that they play.
Metro Booming's album on this is
Well,
pretty
yeah,
good.
Metro. Yeah, I wasn't even talking about that album. I was talking about
Metro,
I was, I was
Metro.
talking about the score itself, where like Like the
Uh,
ending where
Dude,
it was
yeah.
building up to the end. Like you could already tell. Like some people were like, it's like they didn't know it was gonna be the end. You could tell it was gonna be the end because of the music ramping up that way, and it was fucking amazing because like it just started going back to like it felt like it brought everything in, like literally everything, like the drumming from like the beginning from Gwen, like everything that was happening there, and then the theme from Miles. Then it just culminates into this thing where it ends in a cliffhanger, a la like Empire Strikes Back, which is fucking very cool. Like I don't know, if people didn't expect that. Like if you didn't remember, this was called Part One before too. Literally,
Yeah, it was called
yeah, it's
part
literally
one.
like Infinity War. They just changed the whole thing again. So if you feel like it's incomplete, that's why. That is the one gripe I do have with it, is like a lot of the resolution stuff for the story and the character arcs we won't see yet. But I could honestly wait for that. It's not that big of a deal. That is another one of my gripes with that one. So
they're all just chilling inside that universe. So like when they want to bring a camera to the other universe, all they have to do is like hop in and out of that universe and be like, hey, there's the connection.
dude, I thought Oscar Isaac was really
So
cool. Like as
oh yeah,
as
he's
Spider
Yeah.
Man, was it
If you
Miguel?
if you want to talk about characters, like this movie had like hella characters to latch on
Yeah,
to. Like
Mhm.
either good or bad. Like going back to what Kyle said about the Spot, like the Spot turned from like the what did Spider-Man say, the villain of the week, into a freaking
Yeah.
Dr. Manhattan for some
yeah,
reason. Like
Yeah,
he's
that,
just like, I
that
was
was
like,
that was
dang,
that was the straight vibe he was giving off. He's like, he's totally gonna be like self-absorbed
dude,
into this
yeah, like
idea that
when
he has to be
Mhm.
the strongest, but in like a super silly way.
right.
Yeah, like when he turned from from white to black to white, like that's when you see the switch. Like in the beginning he was very giving me like he was giving me very like Ryan Reynolds
Yeah,
vibes. Then all of a
Mhm.
sudden when he turned like when he did the last collider, I was like, damn dude, he's Dr. Manhattan. Like I wouldn't fuck with him,
hmm
man. Like he was good. Oscar Isaac's character, Spider-Man 2099. I loved his
Mhm.
character as well as
Yeah.
a I guess an anti-hero in this movie, and like and go like again relating back to you, like his score for it, his theme
yeah,
too. I was like, that's crazy. Like it gave the same effect as when we first saw the Prowler. Like his theme was scary.
yeah.
This theme was scary as well. So I was like,
It's perfect.
dang, like everything just
It was
fits.
perfect.
Yeah, like the puzzle wise, it's like it's all fitting, you know?
It's how you would imagine reading comic books. Like it's just been visually enhanced.
Yeah. Did you see like
Mhm.
there's like a following of people now wanting to work out because they wanted like the Miguel O'Hara physique.
Oh, the Miguel,
Oh,
yeah, the
the
lats, yeah, I
Dude,
the
saw those.
no, it's not the last. It's they said something. It
it's
was
like his
about
neck
like
is
it's
traps.
like no, it's like having
The jawline.
a devil's like hip
What
line.
the fuck?
It was about his hip line.
What?
It was like his
Haven't
hip line
heard
was like
that.
way too sexy to like
He is way too
the
sexy.
body.
God damn, dude, he looked good.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I feel like Oscar Isaac can play this fucking guy live action too. He might
Oh
be
yeah,
True.
too
hundred
old. I
percent.
don't know. I mean, he's playing a father for Christ's sakes. He was. I don't know. I really like this character, and his motivations make fucking sense. Like you can't, it's not like he's not a villain for a villain to be a villain at all. He's not even a villain to be honest. He's just a guy that's like, yeah, this is
Doing
yeah,
his
this is
job.
what happens.
Yeah.
Like I already saw what happened if you fucked with the fucking
There
canon.
was oh my god, I just want to say this because I just thought of this now. Um, there was a thing in Transformers, and I guess maybe this is applies to like every Transformer movie, but how there's just like dependence from Optimus Prime that like it's his fault and he's just trying to bring everything back to his world or like try to fix everything. And then come to think of you saying that with like this Spider-Man, it's kind of like the same thing. It's like Spider-Man 2099 is like he's like he fucked up or he managed to change the course of like one thing and this is what happened. So now he's like trying to control everything because he doesn't want it to happen to anyone else. So
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
but
Did you guys have a favorite? Did you guys have a favorite Spider-Man or like a favorite character
Um,
other than Miles? I
probably
guess.
him. I thought Miguel was really cool. Um,
yeah, I think Miguel was pretty good.
um,
So it's kind of hard to pick a favorite Spider-Man.
it is a little hard.
It's too many.
Yeah,
I think, dude, Hobie's up there.
fuck yeah, dude. The
Okay.
Get Out
Like
guy. What's his name?
Spider,
I forgot.
yeah, like Daniel
Yeah,
Kaluuya,
yeah, Kaluuya.
whatever.
Yeah,
Like him, like his character. Like I think after making the movie marinate a little bit, he was the only one that like knew there's something fucked up with the Spider Verse shit.
Mhm.
If you like when you watch it again, it's like damn, he like, and you see the nods already, like that one scene when he's like sneaking around the room,
Yeah.
right? Like he's literally grabbing all the things to make the fucking watch again.
Mm.
I was like,
Yeah.
for his world, that's why he's like, I'm out, like so he can make his own shit, and like like he's helping Miles out, so he's giving like Big Brother mentality, like oh shoot, like this society's fucked up. You shouldn't be here, kind of thing. Like, don't be. That's why he's always like, "Oh, why do you want to be part of this thing?" Like,
Yeah.
it's like I want a band and stuff. So like he already knows there's something wrong in this system.
Yep.
So I was like, I liked his character. I guess next to Oscar, to Spider-Man 2099, but like I think he's up there. Like, and I would love to see like a spin-off of his like his take or something. Like his point of view.
Yeah. Peter B.
Mm.
Parker also. It's just so good. Jake Johnson's so good in that fucking role. Like I thought, like
He's it's just so him, but it just
it
works
works
out,
out.
you
And
know?
the greatest thing about it is he's the Spider Man. Like he's the guy. He's literally 616 Spider Man. And this is Spider Man that we
Mm.
know in the comics, and like he just makes it work. I don't know. Like there's just something about the performance and his
No,
character.
would you say are you saying he's a Spider-Man, or is he like a Peter Parker,
You
or
know
is
what
he
he's
a
giving me?
Oh,
Spider-Man?
He's giving me Obi-Wan vibes.
yeah,
No, so here, let me explain. So like, you know how like there's like certain like when people play Spider-Man, right? It's like, oh, it's like this is the best version of Peter Parker, this is the best version of Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Where would you put him in that category?
he's the best
Would
Obi-Wan
you say him he's like
Spider-Man.
the most well-rounded to encompass Spider-Man
I feel like
itself?
he's well. My what I was saying is like because he's 616 Spider Man. He's the main Spider Man from the comics. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think like
Mm.
in terms of what he is, he does a pretty good job. Like it's kind of hard because he hasn't had that much of like like we didn't dive
Screen time.
Backstory.
personally into him like as much as we did in the first movie. But
Mm-hmm. No, but even in the first movie, you didn't really get
we got a little
like you
bit.
only
Like we
had
got
Well,
yeah
I think
a
yeah,
little bit,
like
yeah.
I think that's another gripe I would say. Like we didn't get a lot of Peter B. Parker in this
yeah.
one. So when I say he's like a very Obi-Wan in this movie, it's because like he still isn't shown a lot, but he has a lot of impact.
Mhm.
And of
Mm,
course,
yeah.
he being the most wisest next to fucking Spider-Man 2099 because he was there to see the, I don't know, the black hole, the anomaly disappear or
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So
Yeah.
like I think he has a lot of history that he's not telling, the whole gang or something, because I think he wants to keep that hidden. Just like how Obi-Wan doesn't want to talk about like the Clone Wars or something because
Mm.
that's like in the past kind of thing. So that's why I liked
Mm.
what he brings to the table. And there's still a lot to uncover, which, like you said, Jed, like what Beyond the Spider Verse might be for all of them, like to like Spider Punk and Peter B. Parker. There's a lot to discover and what they can do. Even Gwen, like her story and all that other stuff. So like, I'm just like super excited just to see like what's gonna happen.
I have a question. So, where would you think they would? So, like integrating this into like MCU. I mean, not that it's like not MCU, but like a hard transition into the MCU. How do you think they would kind of
Um.
like?
I
Because
think
like the whole
I
like
wouldn't.
live action and then
I
animation. So
wouldn't.
you would separate. You would still kind of have
Yeah.
like that barrier of like
Yeah.
there's the animation side. They wouldn't. I mean,
There's
I'm
yeah.
not saying to like combine them hardly, but like you know,
I
like
wouldn't.
open a little portal here and then you see them come out for like 5 seconds
I
and then
mean, they're
that's it.
already kind of acknowledging the MCU in a subtle way. Like
And that's
Yeah, yeah,
enough
yeah.
for
yeah, like
me.
I said, like
Okay,
the whole
I
the
see.
whole thing about canon events. It's literally like the thing that I mentioned with the what if stuff. It's the exact same concept. But
Mhm.
obviously, it hits more here because we know Spider-Man's origin and the stuff that happens to Spider-Man as a character. Um, and obviously they showed Andrew Garfield and Toby, who was in the MCU, granted, different worlds, but in the MCU from a multiverse, it's the same stuff. Like they've acknowledged it enough for me to be like, I'm fine with it like that. Like I don't need it um
Yeah.
to be integrated into the MCU. Like the MCU could do something else where they could have their own Miles, maybe that's fine. But in whatever this world
Mm.
has set up, I like it on its own, or how it is.
Yeah,
So
like I'm on the same boat where like I don't want it to be touched because it's
Okay,
doing
yeah.
something really good already.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't want to change it if it sways MCU.
yeah,
And like yeah,
Yeah.
and
So
we've talked
let,
about like
let,
this
let,
like
let's
all the
hope let's
time.
hope Disney doesn't get greedy and kind of do
I
something
mean
I
they
don't
stupid with
think
it.
can't
so.
But
because
yeah.
this is Sony's.
Yeah, they can because yeah,
Well,
That's
yeah,
that's
I
the beauty.
guess.
That's the beautiful
Yeah.
part about it. I mean, they have Donald Glover.
like you can fork all the money you want to this, but like Jan said, it's Sony's like no,
Yeah,
like
I feel
we're
like they'll
doing
just
good.
always both benefit regardless, as long as both of them stay in it and just be mutual.
yeah, and they've
Like
they've
just
been.
mutually benefit from this entire thing. It's like,
They have.
you
I mean,
know,
this
like no one's crying that like, it's not the same Spider-Man, blah blah blah. It's like it's working.
this partnership has worked like very well for all parties really. Like now we're
Yeah.
getting this stuff, which I don't know, we probably wouldn't have got if they were still making like their own live action Spider-Man movies on their own, because obviously that's where their focus would be. But now that
Mhm.
Spider-Man is in the MCU as Peter Parker, they obviously have to venture out into other things to do. So that's why they're coming up with fucking Venom and like Morbius and Craven. Like, I mean, like whatever you think about those, there's at least gems coming out of it, like this and Into the Spider Verse, and like I
Yeah.
mean, I liked Venom. I don't know, whatever. Like, and
You
I
did?
liked it enough. Like, I didn't think it was bad.
Would you rent
I
it?
just like, huh?
Would you
What
rent
do you
it?
mean rent it?
Or would you watch like would you like buy it?
I would watch it again. Sure, why not?
Like if it's on
I
I
think
mean, if it's
Netflix
it's
or
playing,
like
yeah,
you
I'll
would
put it
buy
on.
it. Okay,
I think
so
it's definitely a
I mean, it's
buyable
better than
movie.
Amazing Spider-Man 2. Even
I'll choose Spider-Man
Amazing
2 again.
Spider-Man 2 was pretty good though to me. Like I still thought it was kind of
Yeah,
fun.
they're
It was
all
horrible,
good.
but at the
They're
same
all
time I
good.
had enjoyment out of it. Um so I don't
I don't yeah, maybe we're just getting old.
know.
Like everything just ages in fine wine. No, for real. Like, well, did we have like a Star Wars talk about how like we said like, damn, no one liked the first episodes 1, 2, and 3, but like it aged so well, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe in due time it just ages so well.
I mean, I fucking would
You
hope
think that's
so.
what people say about like it's like saying like people that like watch the early Bond movies. It's like the
It's the
first Bond
better
is
ones.
yeah.
Oh,
They
okay.
always say that the first one that they've watched and kind of grew up and sit on is like it's their
Mm,
it's their
that's their
anchor.
own. That's their bond kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
thing.
So
Interesting.
we might be getting into that age and that territory of like, uh, but
Everything
it's
after
always
this
nice.
sucks, right? Is
Yeah,
that what you're saying?
yeah,
Like everything
yeah,
after
yeah, yeah.
this?
Like it can't quite like hit me the same way,
Yeah,
you know. Well, because like
true.
early on when you first watch it, it's like it's like the first taste. But here it's
Mm-hmm.
like you're just getting different
Wait,
flavors.
what are we talking about?
But once you find that new flavor, it sticks with you. So
We're
and
just talking
this is
about
probably
our
one of those
quality,
series.
or like our content of movie,
Man,
like how we just like what we like,
I still watch professional
and it
fucking wrestling,
ages.
all right? So
That's quality
quality
content, man.
I don't know, man.
You know?
Quality is quality. I don't care. Like I don't know. It has it has not been the same since Endgame. Right? I'll tell you that. I mean, if that's what you're talking about, I can't. I don't know what you're talking about really.
Yeah, like that's what I meant. Like, well, when we saw like the highest, like that's what we
Like it's all
visioned.
downhill
Like
from
what
here.
Kyle was saying. Yeah, like when someone saw their first Bond and they thought it was amazing, it's like he's basically
Yep.
saying like that's their highest
So like you're
standard.
saying like what you grow up with, right?
Basically, yeah.
So
Yeah.
like let's say for me, right? I grew up with John Cena, Batista, and all these fucking
Okay.
legends, right? So I think that was what the best wrestling was to me. But people younger than me now, they're like,
Exactly.
nah, bro, it's the PG era. It's up to like Roman or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Is that what you're saying?
No, I
That's
mean,
their goat
it's
or something?
it's a generational
Yeah,
thing. It's a
like
Yeah.
in
generational thing.
that in your sense, sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
So some people were like looking back at the pandemic era, like this was the best fucking era of wrestling, not of anything else. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like, even though it's a fucking empty ass arena.
Coming out
It's
of
a
COVID and be
subjective.
like,
Let's just say
he was
let's
coming
end
out of
it
COVID. He's
while
like,
it was
this was the best time of
subjective.
my life. This was the best
No,
time of my
fuck
life.
you. You know
This
what I
was
mean.
peak.
Fucking asshole. Anyways, going back to
So
Spider-Man.
I
I
have a
feel like.
question for Kyle.
Go ahead.
You think you think this one is better than Everything Everywhere All at Once? I told Jan this.
As
It
a
is way better.
multiverse concept.
As a multiverse concept, is way better.
Keep in mind
Okay,
they both
hold
have
on. I need to
bagels.
sit on that. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, the spot is basically the bagel.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, see, come on, man. It's
In
the better.
are
It's the
you
better
are you
version.
are you making better version of the interpretation of a multiverse? Is that
Yeah,
what I'm
that's what
comparing it
I'm
to?
saying.
Okay.
No, he's saying movie,
Uh
bro. Best movie ever. He's saying better than
Best
every.
multiverse
No, he's
movie.
saying
Best
over
multiverse
everything
movie.
everywhere all at once. It's just better, bro.
I'll say that too. I'll say that too.
You know, what? I might agree. I don't know. I might agree because I don't know. Like, it's just done
Everything
really
was
well, dude.
clicking. Everything was clicking. Like this is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like literally.
And it makes sense, bro. There's no canon events and everything everywhere all at once.
That's why I couldn't attach myself. There wasn't no canon events. Correct. There was
you did not get
no
attached to a rock? How could you not get attached to a rock sitting on a cliff and having a
Because
conversation?
there's no canon event for The Rock. He's
Because-
just there.
Yeah, man. I'm
No. Is it recording again?
It's okay.
Well, it's recording again.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
recording.
now.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
All right, restart the reactions. Everyone, we
No,
had
no,
a
no.
good
The other
vibe
one's
in
still here.
reactions, so
It's
we just gotta
uploading.
Rewind it like 10 seconds.
But now it's a new
I know,
recording.
it's-
Hey guys, we're back for another.
It's okay. We'll just
No, we'll clip it. We'll
We'll
clip it.
clip
We'll clip it.
three.
We'll clip it.
Clip 3.
I
But
would.
going back to the question,
I do. I kind of.
everything. Go ahead.
It's
Just say it. It is.
it's definitely up there, but I just I don't know. I don't want to give it to it.
You know what's fucked up? Sorry,
I
I
don't
want to
wanna
go back.
give it
Like
to
I was trying to mark the clip
because-
for us, and I accidentally clicked the stop button. Okay, I was trying to mark the clip, but it's like right next to each other, like this. So I accidentally clicked the fucking. Okay, whatever. Go ahead.
Okay.
It's what hotkeys are
Okay,
for.
Mr. Big Hands.
That's what hotkeys are for.
No, just kidding. No, it's not your fault.
No,
John.
it is my
Okay,
fault.
human error.
You want me? You want me to get you a little stream deck so you can
Ooh.
wizardly control the emotions?
I was kidding. No, you don't.
But what's your
It'll come out
answer?
of,
You're not gonna. You're not gonna.
I don't
choose
want. I can see how, but I kind of refuse to
it?
give into it. We'll see. No, the thing is, it's like that's across 2 movies, if not 3 movies. So there was already a basis. So, that's just me.
Okay.
Like I can see why, but I just don't want to give it because of those things and how I see it. I guess.
Okay, but okay.
So
Got
Keep
it.
in mind, like, let's say we're only comparing this
Fight
movie,
me.
right?
No, don't sway.
No, we're only comparing.
You cannot sway it.
We're only comparing this movie. Don't look at the first one. Don't look at the upcoming one. Don't even think it's Spider-Man.
So you're saying
movie.
so like one like yeah okay so like by
Yeah.
itself yeah
Like not even as a Spider. Like take away the Spider-Man ness out of it. Like pretend Miles is just a kid.
yeah okay, no yeah no, I get it Man, that's hard.
Operation
No, that-
Get Kyle to say
I'm-
something
I,
else is better
like,
than everything everywhere all at once is not going good, Aaron.
Yeah.
you know what's gonna be better than
Don't
Everything
say
Everywhere All at
Oppenheimer, man.
Once?
And that's like a we don't know.
What? How
I
is
don't
that?
know. We'll see.
I know we don't
don't
know.
know.
We don't know, but
Barbie
Anyways,
could be way better.
before
I'm just
I-
saying, like Barbie could
I'll
be
say
way better. bro.
I'll say Transformers is better than everywhere.
Yeah.
Everything everywhere all at once.
but I don't know. I don't know. Like I can see like
Oh man,
I think
we
with
cannot.
everything ever like it hit a different kind of like part of me where like I liked it, and then Spider-Man hits me in a different part of what I
It
like.
titillates
about movies.
different senses
So I can't
than
like
the other one.
I can't. They're like just
It's
they're
like
just different feelings. Like
Everything
I can't
is
put them
in his
against each
heart,
other.
and
Yeah.
like Spider-Man's in his dick. Like that's what I'm thinking.
It's scratching.
And like everything everywhere is my heart, my croissant.
And then,
But
Spider-Man
Spider-Man just
Spider-Man
has
Spider-Man.
just
his
like
way about him.
solid, just
What the?
runs. So yeah, I don't know. That would be a hard question, but
Stan. We got a Stan in the building. No, just kidding.
I know I
I
hate to put.
respect it.
The thing is, like, I just hate to put my foot down on something and be like, ah, because usually when I do, I'm gonna like write it out.
Okay, wait.
So.
Um,
Oh, I
what's
have a
the
question for
no?
you, Jack.
Wait,
By the
first,
way.
real quick,
No, like
real,
no, it's like
real
kind of
quick.
like a
Okay, like
theoretical thing. But go ahead.
what's the chance that the movie that's gonna be better than Everything Everywhere All at Once that you're gonna name? What's the chances of it being an Adam Driver movie?
If they recast Oscar Isaac, they recast
Like,
Oscar
okay,
Isaac as Adam
what if
Driver.
Adam Driver?
He's the white suit 2099.
What if Adam Driver played the like
If
Spot in this fucking movie? Like, what if he was Spot in the movie?
Yeah, what
yeah,
if he was
100
voiced?
sorry,
Like
yeah, I would kind of that would sway me. That would honestly sway me.
legend.
Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Not gonna lie, that would kind of sway me. But hey, look, I watched 65 years ago and it was horrible.
Oh,
So
was it?
yeah, it was
I
bad.
can't believe you actually watched that. Like, I thought you were kidding. Like, I would have waited for it. Like on, I mean, you have AMC.
No,
so-
no, I waited. I didn't like. I watched it through my thing. I didn't like pay to see it. Fuck that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I watched it for the sake of being all right. Adam, like, let me see how bad this can be, and then it was bad. But oh, so Jan, I had a question for you.
Okay, what?
Would you be, and in this like this odd sense of like, you take, I mean, well, not to be because Flash is already coming out and he's more closer. Because I was thinking earlier of like the whole canon events and how, like with Batman, like how would you kind of come up with this world where you get all the different Batmans and kind of have this kind of scenario or multiverse within the Batman universe? Like, how would that play out for you?
Would it? I don't want it to.
You don't want?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't wanna
okay.
think about
All
it.
right,
That's too
next
much
question.
thinking.
I don't
Okay,
want
next
it to.
question.
We
Okay.
didn't want critical thinking.
No, the thing is-
questions. We wanted closed
Here's
ended.
the thing. Like,
That was
it
a
works
great
with
question, but-
Spider-Man as a character, right? Because we've already seen like
Yeah.
those kind of elements.
Well,
with
that's what I'm
him.
saying. Because like Flash, because it's Flash. It's basically the Flash, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but the Flash is like it's coming off a story for like Flashpoint, right? It's coming off one particular story where
it's a different
yeah,
reason.
for a different reason. It's not like taking in all the flashes of all the fucking universes, meshing them into one, where all the Flash's
I guess.
moms just like die or whatever. And I mean, this sounds really bad, but you know what I mean. It's the same thing. Like I'm not gonna like.
Yeah.
It's kind of a tricky thing. Like I don't know how it would work with Batman really, because I kind of like Batman stories more contained. I don't know. That's just me.
Oh, okay. No, I don't know. It'd be cool if we like have different outfits interact with each other.
They're all cooking for the Batman,
Right?
They're setting up the buffets for
Yeah.
the Batman.
There's like there's a kitchen scene, and they're all just kind of like working, and then they're like, my Batman does this, and like that would be a great fucking scene, to be honest. Like imagine like you have 5 solid Alfreds, and they're just like in the kitchen cooking, and then they just start complaining about their Batmans.
I mean, it would be a
That'd be
concept.
I'm calling it. That would be a great.
It would be a
scene.
concept, but you know what the
So-
problem would be is they're just gonna be like, oh, they're just doing
The
a
theme.
Spider Verse.
Oh no, yeah, I know,
Batverse.
but
And
I mean, I just want to watch it to
theme-wise,
see it come to life,
yeah.
So
make it
yeah.
happen.
Yeah, so is this another
Make it
Tekken?
happen,
Is,
Kyle.
higher.
is
me,
this higher?
me.
What's our higher priority? That or the Tekken movie? Because I still feel like the Tekken series, I mean, could still be a thing. Baby.
No.
We still we should really dedicate like maybe like one episode a month where we just have an hour and we just kind of just talk
Just
about it.
write
And
the
just, like,
first episode.
It's like an ongoing fanfic that we build. Yeah, we
But,
can
like,
just be like fanfic.
Guess what, America?
movie
We
one.
are not in the Writers Guild, so we're gonna write the first episode of Tekken. That would be sick.
It's just a little fanfic of and it's a podcast too, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, do they? Is that
We'll
a
think
thing
about it.
where? Is that a thing where like how like people play D&D, but then what if you like turn that concept into a podcast, or is that already a podcast?
That's a thing.
Is that a
Like, what do
thing
you mean?
already?
Like,
So,
everyone
like,
writes an episode or something
like-
of something?
No, so
No,
you
it's
know,
kind of like the storytelling. The storytelling.
yeah. So the one on Amazon that's playing freak. What's it
no,
called?
I do not.
Yeah, so there's a TV show on Amazon, like a cartoon series that's D&D related,
Hmm.
It's an actual campaign that was played
It's called
out.
Vox Machina.
Yeah, Vox Machina. Yeah, it was an actual campaign that was played out. So they played, and they I'm not sure if it was a podcast version, but like they like streamed it like on a video
They
or
stream their
something.
games, don't they?
Yeah, so like that's streamed, and they took that concept or that storyline and made it into
A
No, but
podcast.
episodes.
I
Okay,
thought
that's pretty
like his
cool.
idea sounded like it was gonna be like we'll take a concept, either known or not known, or something we want, like the fucking Alfred thing or
Yeah,
the
and
Tekken
just
thing,
talk. Yeah,
and just write
and
an
just
episode.
continue. Just write. Yeah, just write.
You know
Just
what?
write an episode, but like
Spit Talk is
use the
canceled. But we're
podcast
doing.
as
I
a
was kidding.
platform. No, we're rebranding next
The
week. Sorry,
Writers
guys.
Guild podcast. Welcome to the Writers Guild posse.
The Writing Rebels,
Yeah.
bitches.
Yeah.
Boom.
So,
Sorry, James. We're gonna write our own Superman movie. Get people to like it more. No, just
Legend.
kidding. uh,
yeah. So,
Legend.
anyways,
anything else
Nah,
about
but
Spider-Man? I
yeah,
just feel like
Spider-Man.
it was a good movie where like I don't
yeah, Spider Man.
no
Oh.
like those good movies. It's like you have so much to say, but also it feels like you're not saying enough because of how good it
I
is.
feel like we
Yeah,
haven't
that's
touched on
true.
anything.
I don't want to miss a beat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like we haven't really touched into why it's a good movie, but it's kind of hard to kind of articulate it because there's like so many little things about it.
Yeah.
That's like this is what makes it really really good.
Yeah.
So
All right, everyone pick one part you want to articulate in
Just one part.
on why it's a good movie.
Okay.
Yeah, just so we can all say, rather than build off of each other,
okay.
pick one part then articulate.
All right.
Ah.
You can start. It sounds like you have something in mind. Like I still
No, I
need-
don't.
Oh, what the
I,
fuck?
I, I, I need to think about it.
I didn't think about it too. So
Maybe. Ah, shit.
I feel like
if anything, I feel like how they play in with Spot as the villain.
No, he's saying
And it's
one
how-
scene though.
how-
Or are you talking about one
Oh,
scene?
one
Oh,
a
what
scene
are
you talking about?
specifically.
we
Or
want to
just
do one
one-
scene. No, I'm just saying.
Oh,
pick
we're
a
gonna
part,
Pick like
like
something
yeah,
out of the
part.
movie.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
something to articulate on. It could be a character, whatever,
Okay.
a scene.
For me, here's the thing. Like it's not even just one thing. It's hard. That's kind of why we're having a hard time. Like if I had to sum this thing up in just like a paragraph or maybe two, I don't know, I might ramble. If I had to sum it up on why it's such a good movie, because keep in mind, you guys talked about like the technical aspects behind this thing, right? Like how good they made it, like the animation itself, like how much effort went into this,
Yeah.
like and now Hobie was fucking like what 3 years in the making, and the way they made it look and how it was creative. Like every other scene, there was something happening. Like every other world, it was different, right? The technical aspects of it is one aspect of the movie itself. But the fact that they made that and they also got a good story with it, with great characters, with great arcs, coming into a world where they're now getting into a third movie where they're leaving this one off like it's Empire Strikes Back. That in and of itself is a lot to take in for one single film. And this is coming from an animated film. So, dude, like it's kind of unfair that the Oscars has an animated category, because if there wasn't and this was in the best picture category itself, I feel like it might win. I mean, we don't know. We haven't seen Oppenheimer, but I feel like it has a big chance of winning. That's how good this movie is.
Fuck. Dude. Well said. Clip that. Holy. Dude, honestly, yeah. If there wasn't no animated, I would say that. And I think something to articulate on, just a part to pick off of, is the twist that you mentioned. That was totally left field. I wasn't
Oh,
expecting
I was
that.
expecting that actually.
Like, yeah, I wasn't expecting that. That is why, to me, it became a great story. Is the fact that, like, when he wanted to go home, but the computer read like, oh, this is
The wrong
Earth
spider.
42. Yeah, so that's the thing that slipped my mind. Like, that was the whole point. Like, oh, your spider, that's not your spider. Like, we totally forgot that.
Now you're
Yeah.
And then, like, when he went into that world, I was like, oh fuck, this is not his
exactly.
world.
That the way that's all set up is it's set up really well. I saw it coming. I saw it
Yeah.
coming because You know, in the beginning, they literally
Okay.
No,
show.
you didn't.
I'm just fuck you.
No,
I'm
you
just
didn't.
saying. I saw it coming. Okay.
Okay. Well, I wish I was bad in the movie.
He's just saying it for the podcast. He's
saw
like,
it
I totally
coming.
saw it coming. By the
Dude.
way, guys, like I'm really analytical, and I totally saw it coming like 5 minutes before it was coming out.
It's like, did you
So-
see the colors? It was purple
No,
and
bitch.
green. So
Fuck
obviously it
you.
was Earth 42.
No, I mean it did. No, that's the thing.
Did you guys
In
not
the
see the
computer-
hints?
No, I did notice after the second
Yeah, the
time.
second time. But what I'm saying is like they showed they managed to show you in the beginning when after. It's the same thing with you, right? Like you were waiting for like, oh, hurry up with the Gwen stuff. Get me back to Miles. The first thing they show was Earth 11, whatever the fuck. It was 4 digits.
Yeah.
4 digits. That's I was like, okay, this is Miles Earth now. When he was going back, it was Earth 32, and the fact that he was explained to be an anomaly, and literally probably like 20 minutes before that, it was set up really well because you're like, oh yeah, fuck, he's not going there because the way this thing is doing it is
Yeah,
because of
yeah.
the DNA of who bit him. So it made a lot of sense, and it was fucking interesting. Like it was really fucking cool. Like I really saw that coming. But I'm not just saying that, you motherfuckers. I'm just
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Wait. Is it me or I feel like in every universe the mom is the same?
dude, with the mom though.
What do you mean?
No, like the
What?
mom. No, like
what?
What are we talking about here?
never mind. No, Miles' mom. Like every. Well,
Yeah, Miles'
Never
mom.
mind,
Like
like-
who else mom is showing up?
Well,
There's no.
What are you saying? Uncle Aaron's
what I'm
not the
saying.
same?
That's
Explain your prowler thing.
No, 'cause-
Oh yeah, well fuck you. Wait, I mean,
Well, explain.
Donald-
What do you mean?
Oh, okay. So
you're saying,
is this what-
you're
is this-
saying the
is this where we
Prowler
go
is
clip start now?
Spider-Man,
we need to hear
huh?
Donald Glover.
that
no,
what
is
you're
this where we
saying?
start the clip? Okay, so here, listen. So like,
Wait,
this
wait,
was,
wait,
like,
wait, wait,
after,
wait. I
like,
gotta
the
get ready.
first-
Okay, wait.
hold on.
So
Start clip now.
just for everyone to
Let
tell
me
you.
let me
So
let me explain
his
it myself.
argument was saying that like all
No,
the
there
moms
is
are
no
the
argument.
same,
That's not
right?
I
That's
was
what
saying,
that's
but-
what he was saying. But prior to that, he said like, "Hey, Aaron Davis, who was played by I'm blanking out, Donald Glover, right? He was saying, "Hey, that's gonna be Spider-Man."
No. This
You're right. That's what
That's-
that was.
So this is
that was the idea and intent because of like one, it's been kind of like seeing him in the universe itself was just a huge fan service, I feel, for a lot of people that like wanted him to play Miles in a live action of some degree, right? So and then when they had to revert back and kind of make all these connections across all the universes, and it's like, oh, here you have like Prowler's over here, and he might be like a good guy or a bad guy, and like or he dies or the dad dies, the uncle dies, whatever. So I felt like there was gonna be like a role change of like, hey, this is like Miles in like a different universe, but like it's just not like it's like one of those anomalies to where like it plays out where like it could be him, and then yeah, it might not. It was just, like I said, it was just a little wild theory I had, and I was just super excited to see Donald Glover on the screen in the Spider-Man movie. So take it for you for what it is.
no. The thing is, like, I'm laughing because I felt like you forgot he was in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
I did.
Okay.
That's what I was saying.
Okay.
I did.
That's
There
what I
it
was saying.
is.
No, because like,
So-
the context is like the thing coming out of the movie, right? Like he's like, "Yo, we got to talk about this movie," and he's like, "Can we just confirm that Donald Glover is the new Miles Morales live action?" I was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then like,
I was just too
yeah, no,
excited.
no, he's literally. I think that's what I was saying about like the MCU connections. That's another thing. Like he's literally an MCU actor in the fucking thing. He's playing the same character he played in the MCU. Just probably, I don't know, like a few years into the future where he actually
Yeah, a
has.
few years after. Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
So yeah, and the reason why it is cool to have Donald Glover in it because he's the reason why Miles Morales is made in the first place. Like that's the only
Yeah,
that's one of
yeah.
the few reasons why. But the thing is, he's too old to have as Miles. I mean, it would be cool though because he is the guy that did start everything. Like we wouldn't have Miles as a character at all without him. You know, campaigning to be Spider-Man.
Can't he just still voice it though?
He
I
did.
feel.
He did that.
He
He
did
did voice him
voice
at one
it.
point.
Well, okay. Yeah.
He voiced him
Okay, I
for a
get-
cartoon.
And the
Yeah.
animated series.
I forgot
yeah.
though.
Oh, the animated. Okay, so I get to watch that.
But
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to hear the theory.
No one's gonna watch that clip. That was a boring clip of me explaining.
Hey,
my
you never
theory.
know. I'm still.
Yeah, because you're.
I mean, if you were enthusiastic,
You-
Cal,
I was on
You're
my high ground and
enthusiastic
be
about
like,
your own theory.
sounded-
Then
you
yes,
sounded-
everyone would
you
watch
sounded
it.
really defeated, dude.
You're like, oh man, I'm gonna sound like a.
no, it's okay. I think we got a better clip of Louis hyping himself about
Yeah, man.
knowing things
He's
happening in the
gonna
movie
call
before
it,
they
man.
happen.
Best picture. Spider-Man across
No,
the
that's the thing,
Spider-Verse.
dude. Like the fucking animated category is a cop out. It's fucking stupid. Like, can you imagine if Toy Story? I don't know. Did Toy Story go up against the other best pictures? Like, okay, whatever. Like, there's literally
I'm
No,
sorry.
I get it. I
There's
get it. Like it makes sense. Like
As much as this movie is good and great,
don't
when
fucking
I
say
think
it.
best picture,
Oh,
Oh, he's
no,
gonna fucking say it. There we go. Go.
Wes Anderson.
never mind. I shall rescind my
No,
thought.
no, seriously. What's up?
No, it's just like if it's a best picture, like I want to be mind blown. I'm not saying that this movie didn't mind blow me, but I just feel like the other movie might just blow my mind more.
clip this. Clip this motherfucker. This guy is nuts right now. Everything Kyle is saying.
God, just because
This
no
is
one,
this is a mind blowing movie, but it's not Oscar
just
worthy.
because it's not like a biopic
I'm
set in World
just-
War II where someone is like depressed or something,
Gotta make a
with
bomb.
fucking
I'll give
coming
it
of
to
age
it.
story.
I just
and
like,
it's
I'm just
shot
excited.
in 75 millimeter. Like, oh, okay.
Oh, speaking
God.
of 75 millimeter, totally watching it in 70 millimeter.
Are you? Fuck. Wait,
Yes.
real or like what the fuck am I saying? Projector?
Yeah,
like 70
real.
millimeter projector, right?
Wait, Aaron, you remember when we watched
It
Endgame?
was
Was that the theater?
which one?
The IMAX theater we watched Endgame.
Talking about Chinese?
We didn't watch Endgame.
Or
We
not
watched
Endgame,
Civil
sorry,
War.
Avengers. Or was it Civil War? Yeah,
We
yeah, Civil War.
watched Civil
Was that the
War.
theater? I
For
felt
what?
like that was the theater. Was that Metron 16?
I forgot. It was in downtown.
Yeah, so because like I was looking for where they're playing the 70 millimeter here, and there was one in SF. It's the only one in SF
Interesting.
actually.
Dang.
And I felt like it was that theater that we watched Civil War in because like we were like, this is bigger than expected, and we were sitting pretty front, but it was still bigger than like what you would normally think to watch a movie because it was
Yeah, it
full.
makes
It
sense.
was like the whole
70s
screen, right?
going this way, right, John?
Yeah,
70s
yeah,
this way?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it makes sense it should be in the IMAX.
I mean, yeah, that's what
theater.
Yeah.
it's intended.
Because it was an
yeah.
IMAX theater when we watched, yeah.
God,
Yeah.
did you see that
Interesting.
video of? I showed you the video of Christopher Nolan in the projection booth with
Yeah,
some guy.
such a nerd,
Who
man.
the fuck is that?
Such a
Like,
nerd.
I want his life. What the hell, dude? Just can you imagine?
He's a projectionist at a
Can you
movie
imagine Christopher
theater.
Nolan
Talk
just
about
coming up to you
this.
like, yeah, dude, this whole thing is 11 miles long, and it's the Oppenheimer movie, or whatever, and he's literally explaining the whole film to him. Like, bro, what the fuck?
Dude, he's such a nerd.
I love
man.
it though.
He loves film.
That
that's what I love.
That's a filmmaker right there. Like, Will,
Yeah, he loves
I
talking
know.
about film.
He's so into his craft.
He's so old school.
Yeah.
Old school in the
In fact, he
craft.
doesn't have a phone. Is that? I don't know if that's real. Where he doesn't have a fucking phone.
Damn.
I think.
That's
Can you
crazy.
imagine? You have to.
But what's crazier is just Kyle's wild
I'm
take
here-
on
I'm here
Spider-Man
for the
not
hot-
being Oscar. Just to
I'm-
bring it
I'm
just
here
to
for-
bring it
I didn't
back.
say that. I didn't
So-
say that. You can require.
So, do you agree with there being an
I said what I
animated
said.
category?
So it wouldn't be nominated as a
No,
best.
it would definitely be nominated. No, definitely.
No,
be
no, 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 no.
nominated.
But you
definitely.
wouldn't want it to
No,
win.
no, no, no. Here's the thing. Like, pretend the animated
Depends on
category
how-
is not there.
Yeah.
Pretend it's not there.
I know, but you're telling me to put.
Yeah. And would
Yeah.
would you put it in the whatever 10, 5? I don't know what the fucking count
Yeah.
would be.
But would you
Would
want it to win?
It depends on what it's going. up
Pretend
against.
pretend Barbie and Oppenheimer sucks.
Oh, then yeah,
Okay.
yeah, of course, take it.
So 65 won't be. Just kidding.
If they suck, if they suck,
Jeez.
Mm.
if there's
I
an
would
ounce
want
of
it to
like,
win.
if there's a reason, like as much as like I'm hyping
Okay, how
Oppenheimer,
about? Oh, never mind. I was
as much
gonna s-
as much as I'm hyping Oppenheimer, if there's like really one tiny bad thing about it, or where it's like, like maybe that just might push it to the edge, but you know, we'll see.
You know, what? I'm a just put a hot take just because it's in our blueprint. My hot take is I don't know why you guys are hyping up Oppenheimer so much. That's my hot take. No, sometimes listen.
Oh my God.
Listen, let me defend myself. No,
No,
listen.
No, I'm clipping it.
Because I honestly
That's-
don't
that's,
know more about it other than the actual like them creating the bomb, right? Like I've watched a handful of Nolan films, right? We even did a tier list, right? And my favorite one was fucking? I'm already blanking out on the other one, but the magic one, right?
Yeah.
So you can see where I lean towards like more of the like of course the twist and the turns and like the mythical part of like his filmmaking, right? The Oppenheimer gives it a very what's the war one he did?
Dunkirk.
Yeah,
1917.
Dunkirk. It gave me like a
Okay.
Dunkirk vibes, and I didn't really like Dunkirk.
What?
So that's why I'm
Dunkirk
like,
was very.
oh yeah, I didn't really
Dunkirk
like
was very
Dunkirk.
slow.
Yeah, see.
Dunkirk was
So that's
very
what I'm
slow.
Wait,
scared
wait, wait,
of.
wait, wait,
Like
wait.
Oppenheimer might be very slow.
You guys didn't like Dunkirk? Who the fuck?
No, I enjoyed Dunkirk. I
Okay.
enjoyed Dunkirk. I'm just saying it was slow. I'm
It
just
was
saying it's
not
slow.
slow at all.
I
What are you
enjoyed
talking
Dunkirk.
about?
It was
It
slow.
was not
What are you talking
slow.
about? The first 45 minutes. The
What the
first 45
fuck?
Okay,
minutes
how
was like.
about the other one? What's
No,
the
here,
space
like
one?
let me address
What's the
Aaron's
space
thing.
one? Because I
Space
watched
one.
that
Tenet?
in 35.
We watched that
Tenet?
in 35. I think all of us did.
What? Which space one?
Interstellar.
Tenet or
No,
Interstellar?
Tenet was not in space.
Interstellar.
Interstellar. Okay.
That one was a
So
slow watch too.
yeah, I know.
So
This
that's what I'm
Oppenheimer's
scared of.
probably going to
Like
be slow for the first 30,
I
40
feel
minutes.
like Oppenheimer. Like I said, it's like I feel like you guys are overhyping it
Dude.
because I know it's pretty slow. Like his movies are pretty
No,
slow.
here. So
That's my hot
let me
take.
pull it. Let me
Just to
summit
just to
this. Let me try to like
just
put
to
it
say.
in perspective for you, because like for me and Louis and how like we see like movies like these, right? Like we're going into these like titles of like Interstellar, Oppenheimer, all these like big motion pictures from like these great directors, right? We go in
You just
because we're
named one director.
no,
You
but
said
for
Interstellar.
for the sake of the argument, right? Like just any movie in general, but like we're hyping this up because we're kind of prepared to see like a spectacular movie. That's the like one word I can associate it with.
Spectacular, as in what? Like
Like
explosions
it's like
or story?
a cinematic experience, to say the least.
Mm.
So like that's what we're kind of excited about. It's like the experience of watching this kind of specific movie. Whereas like I go into like Spider-Man and watching it, I kind of like already know,
Wait,
like tidbits and
that's
stuff
enough.
So like
That
I'm not trying to
okay.
I
slander
know. I was gonna
Spider-Man.
say
I'm
no
just
more
kind of
blasphemy for
addressing the
Spider-Man,
hot take.
please. No, I was kidding. Um,
Yeah.
for me,
but
I think it's just one word, Aaron. I mean, okay. What was your
that's
feeling
one.
going
That's
into
one.
Interstellar the first time we watched it? Like, what was your feeling?
A space movie.
No, like, what did you feel? Like, I don't get the hype. Remember, I don't get it. What did?
Yeah, I don't get
Okay,
it.
but
That's what he said about everything
no,
ever all
the
at once too.
first
That's
thing he
why.
did coming out, and I was like, obviously I liked it. We both did. The first thing he did coming
Yeah,
out,
you guys all
he's
liked
like,
it. I was expecting like you were like
you were
that,
like
or
that,
are you
dude.
saying? Oh yeah, because of the twist,
Yeah, I mean,
and like that's fair to say the twist, but like I'm scared Oppenheimer might give me a Dunkirk where like oh there was a twist but it didn't hit as much
That's fine. I think that's fine.
I mean, he's not. He,
because I'm like oh, dang I don't know what Oppenheimer is gonna be like it's just the creation of the bomb
I
right
think
it's
I
like a
think that's kind of the
biopic
point.
right
yeah,
That's
I
kind
mean,
of the point, though.
he's not Shyamalan where there's I mean, okay, there's been twists
Oh
in
yeah,
his films.
he's not. Yeah,
no
he's
I'm not
definitely not
I'm not
Shyamalan.
expecting a twist I'm just saying like oh it's just like
It's
the
how
biopic
it just doesn't grab him the same way.
yeah
It
it
I don't.
doesn't grab him
doesn't
the same way.
I don't know that's just
For me,
me
it's the same thing as like us watching. Okay, like like Michael B. Jordan's in a movie, you're fucking there. You're excited to watch it. Like, oh fuck, it's my boy Michael B. Jordan. It's the same thing with me.
You're in awe if you're gonna
It's
watch
the
it.
same thing with me where it's like
Mm.
we're coming in to watch what the director's done, what his next thing is. He's literally in the same vein as like a Steven Spielberg back then, where everyone was excited
Got
about
it
what Steven Spielberg would do. Like, obviously, look at Spielberg did like Jaws, Indiana Jones, all that shit. I mean,
yeah
he's
yeah
done.
yeah
I mean, arguably, he's done a lot more iconic stuff. Granted, this was in an era where a lot more things were getting made like that, but it's in the same vein. Like, I'm here,
got
yeah,
it
I'm there to watch for Nolan because we just want to see what he does. Um, yeah,
Got it. Now I know why you guys keep talking about
yeah,
Oppenheimer. I was like, I just didn't get it. I was like, okay.
and Barbie.
That like when it came out, that was just my hot take. I was like, oh, I don't know what the hype is about it. But
It's
now I
fine.
know it's like it's basically how you said like Michael B. Jordan, like you would watch it because It's Nolan.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah.
Got it. Understandable now.
I mean, seriously, we never.
All right.
We probably would not have watched Inception. No, we would have watched Inception maybe, but that stuff was only. It only got popular with us, or it only we only got excited for it because of his name recognition, and
Got it.
So yeah, I don't know, man.
Because
It's-
I
it's like-
watched. I'll be honest. Like I think when you guys always talk about Nolan for some reason.
Because he's a god.
Like when Interstellar came out, like yeah, basically like the way how you guys treat him, I was like, damn, I guess I gotta watch this. Right, so that's why I went on the rabbit hole of watching
Louis,
Interstellar and beforehand. Like I knew he did Dark Knight, like one of
I
my
want to
favorite
state for the
movies.
record that Louis is the only one that puts him on a podium. So
Bitch, we all put him on a
This,
pedestal.
this past year, you're like, dude, did you see Oppenheimer trailer? Dude, it was just smoke, but like, bro, it's amazing. God, you said that, Kyle. Don't fucking lie.
I know. I'm not lying. I'm not
So
denying
you
that.
put
I
him
am
on
not
a
denying-
pedestal. You
I
say
am
he's
not-
a god.
I
It's
did
just
not.
smoke,
You just admitted you put him on a high pedestal.
This guy saw a trailer of something exploding, and he's seen a billion other explosions that look
Dude,
the same. But
I
this
swear to
one,
God, it's
this one, he
You
was
said
so
that
fucking-
exactly.
I know.
Exactly. That is you.
I am standing by. I am standing by it. But
But I'm
just
excited
saying-
to see the cast. Robert Downey Jr. is in it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
Josh Beck,
excited to
baby.
see what
He's
he
in
does
it.
with that.
my boy Josh Beck, dude. Doing better in life
Okay.
than no, I was kidding. I don't want to bring that up here.
why do you still gotta throw the shade?
I'm not throwing a shade. It's
like,
fucking
like
it's just facts. I mean, it's what happened, right? I think. Anyways, that's our
Alright,
talk with
dang, that was-
Spider-Man. Fuck, barely.
No, that's good. We talked about Spider-Man. We had a hot take.
got a
in it.
bunch of shorts. Got a bunch of hot takes.
I have
got-
another hot take. No, I was kidding. I don't have.
Go ahead.
Oh,
I
wanna
can't
hear
think of
this.
one right now. Like I think.
You're scared.
No, I'm not scared.
it.
I just don't know what to say. Like, what can I say right now?
Whatever you just want.
No, but the thing is-
I just wanted to say that hot take. I was like,
No, but
I really
the reason
don't
why
know
you
what-
you brought that up.
It's more so like something he wants to say that he knows we can definitely disagree with him.
The reason why you brought that up.
I might
so,
agree. You never know.
Oh yeah,
is
we might.
we were
agree.
talking about Oppenheimer
You
though.
gotta
That's the
have
thing.
one
Like
hot
that's the reason why you thought of it. Like it came to your head. Like
No,
oh
it's just a
yeah,
hype,
but
yeah.
I can't think of it on the spot. Like you can't just like what's your hot take?
You know, it'd be crazy, Aaron, if
My
he
hot
said,
take is Roman Reigns.
Aaron,
sucks."
imagine if he said,
Just kidding.
he wa- Aaron, he watches RRR and he says it's a bad movie.
Oh,
would be a
if
hot
he
take.
says
That would be a hot take.
that,
If he
oh
says that,
my
that's a hot take.
God.
That's
Crazy.
not I still haven't watched it.
It's really.
I
good.
still haven't watched it.
It's
fucking
really good though. You gotta watch it though. That's the
Okay,
thing.
fine, I'll watch it.
It's like
It's 3 hours.
no, never mind. I don't want to.
Don't
Just
tell me what
enjoy
it
it.
is. Yeah.
It's about not to.
Speaking of rest in peace, Ray Stevenson. I don't know if we talked about that. I think we did.
Yeah, I heard. Oh
Wait,
wait,
what?
no, go ahead, go.
No, yeah, just rest in peace. I thought he was the first thing I've seen him from was Punisher Warzone, which was super fucking underrated. I don't know if that's a hot take, but it's underrated as fuck. Like I don't know if you watched that, but where he played the Punisher, he literally played Frank.
Yeah. I remember you
am
showed
not
me
too
that.
familiar.
Yeah, it was cheesy as
I do
shit, but
remember
I
his
thought it
face,
was
though.
good.
Crazy.
But-
well, with that said, thanks for listening to the Spit Talk podcast. Catch us on our next episode. We might have more hot takes. Follow us on our socials at the Spit Talk Podcast or the Spit Talk Podcast. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and we will post there. For more
We will
updates, follow
post
us
there.
on our Discord. Once again, we are Aaron, John, and Kyle. See you guys. Bye.